What's up, guys? It's a hot day out here, but they finally arrived. The 2026 Hyundai Ioniq 9. This is a black one. It's a limited trim. I'm going to show you a few things about it. Um, I haven't really driven it yet, like on the road, so I'll say that for another video. But yeah, this is just initial first impressions of this car. I'll show you some things that I like and some things that I kind of have some questions on. We'll start with the good first, though. So number one, I mean, the design of it, it's like nothing else on the road. Like nothing else, like just the shape of it. I mean, it is as big as you think it is. I think it's our largest SUV that we have at Hyundai here. So those wheels they're pretty big. They're pretty massive. The back end is, again, it looks like a Volvo, Cadillac Escalade. People have said that. I kind of can agree, for sure. But it's spacious. It's roomy. This one is the Performance Limited. It's about 73,000, which I know it's a Hyundai, but still, three-row SUVs is kind of the market for it. It's actually on the cheap end of three-row SUVs, believe it or not. But this has that gray interior, and I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the gray interior, but I think it actually is the best interior for this car. I wouldn't be scared to get this combination if I had kids. I wouldn't, I wouldn't be scared to get it. But it's got heated and ventilated seats. I mean, it's got power. It's got a power second row. I mean, how many cars have that? Especially at 73,000. Heated and ventilated seats in the back here. You can move the front seat forward to get some extra leg room. So all four seats have the relaxation function. It's interesting that they do, but one thing I notice is you would have to put these seats up pretty far to use them in the second row. So maybe I'll go over that again at another time. But I mean, one thing that's cool is this key fob. You can actually open up the frunk here. Kind of makes a weird sound, but whatever. No latch you have to pull, but it's actually got a usable space. It's got a usable space. I mean, what's in here? Let's see what's in here. What do they give us? Let's see. It's awesome. So this is, you get your CCS adapter here, because it does have a max port standard, and that's another adapter. Okay. But look at this. They give you a 100-watt USB-C charging cable, because this car can charge electronics at 100 watts. So a laptop, a Vision Pro, whatever you need, whatever is high powered, it will charge no problem. You need a special cable, but it's cool that they give you that cable, especially when you're spending, $73,000. But a usable frunk. Now, it's not as big as, some other cars, but again, it's the biggest one that we've had so far. And of course, your washer fluid, easy to get to. Cool. Everything's labeled, if you needed to do any work. But, yeah. So, we're not going to spend too much time back there. So, one thing I'm kind of disappointed about this car is the back. Not the style, but the opening. It might be hard to tell on camera. Maybe we're just spoiled because the Santa Fe has such a wide opening. Some other crap comes in this car. But the opening is, for a large vehicle like this, it really isn't that big. And I kind of understand it because, the way like the roof line kind of slopes down like that, and the car kind of narrows. If you look at it, kind of narrows up at the tops, and then you got these giant struts. So I get it. I mean, I understand the constraints, but if you compare it to like a Santa Fe, for example, it seems small, or even a Palisade. It seems small, but I mean, spacious wise, I think you're gonna be pretty good. So yeah, Maybe I'll get back in the third row for you guys. I know there's a lot of crap back here, but you know what I'm gonna show you? I'm gonna show you guys is how much room you actually have with the third row up. So let's see. Let's see if we can do this. All right, so let's see. Up, let's see. So it's a 6-seater, this particular trim. All right, so we got all this crap in here. So that's actually not bad for cargo room. That's actually really not bad. Oh my God, these feel so soft. Wow. That's not bad. One little quirk with this car is it has this, you know, you can close a tailgate from there or there, but I mean, let me know, guys, if you figure this out. But if I push and hold this, it says hold, but you know, I'm gonna get crushed by this tailgate. So if I just push and release it until it beeps, it just beeps like that and it doesn't do anything. So help me out. I mean, I've been selling cars for a while. I just can't figure out the function of that. But again, help me out. Hope it makes sense. But I'm gonna shut that real quick. Let's see if it closes with some of that junk in there. And it does. It does. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get, it's kind of dirty. I apologize, guys. Oh, over-engineered handles, but that's okay. So if I had to, let me see. So if I had to, all right, so that's how much. Now I'm about 5'9". So give you an idea of how much space is there. But yeah, so I can move this seat up if I needed to, you know, for some room. But let's get into the third row here. So we just push this button and it's slow, of course, because it's power. But I guess it's convenient if you got a little kid. How much room we got? We got a decent amount of room. All right, so let's one take. So let's see, my feet right there. This sucker is still going and it stops. So if you want to know the truth, so there's how much leg room I have or don't have, but my headroom is, even with that roof line, it's really, really good. Now they give you some vents back here, back there. Again, 100-watt charging there if you needed to, and I could recline these back even more if I needed to. All right, that's cool. But yeah, but that went back to its position that it was in. Now, I probably could move that seat up some. Let me just squeeze in here. Okay, see? So I got room there, but it, you know, but the driver's position, I don't think I would drive like that. Again, I'm 5'9", and I would imagine the target demographic, don't take this the wrong way, is probably moms, right? I mean, maybe a dad. I mean, I would rock this car. But like, I got all this room. So I would actually probably drive, you know, like this. Let me go back there. And again, we're not gonna, oh, look at that bird crap on that cone. Oh, that sucks. So if I then move that, so look how much legroom I got now. So now I can then move this like this, and then somebody sitting behind me would actually have enough space. I love these. I just love the temperature, the by opening center console there, and then this feature where you can, you know, move this seat if you need to. That's great. This is a nice place to be, guys. Again, this is a limited model, so you know it's got the upgraded H-Tech seats. I think they're a little softer. Got the sunroof, the moonroof goes all the way. It does open, by the way, so that's cool. So yeah. Oh, these doors are huge, by the way. Okay. It's a big car, but it doesn't drive too big. So it's cool that it has a, so the thing with Hyundai and maybe some other automakers, they frustrate me with how they kind of do some things. So for a couple examples on this car, because it's not perfect. These wheels, okay. Now this is a limited, it's 73 grand. A calligraphy, they have two versions of the calligraphy. They have the regular calligraphy and the calligraphy design. I haven't seen one of those yet on my lot, but the calligraphy would get those same wheels. They just changed a little bit on the bumper here. I'll show you guys one of those when I get one. So make sure you subscribe to follow. But these wheels are the same wheel on the calligraphy. Now they have the calligraphy design that has those turbine wheels, which I love. I think that's the best looking version of this car. But you can only get it with matte paint. And if you're not a matte paint kind of person, you're gonna not have a good time. And then plus that car is 80 grand. So I wish that the limited, these are nice wheels for the limited, but the calligraphy, I don't like that the regular calligraphy shares these wheels. I think that they should be the turbine wheels across all the calligraphies. Maybe they'll change that for 2027. Maybe they'll get rid of the design. I think they will, because I don't think that'll be a high volume seller. I think they'll just put those wheels on the regular calligraphy for 2027, but I don't know. That's just speculation. Another thing, it's great that they have a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel column, but my problem on the interior is it only has one wireless charger. Now that may not be a big deal for most people. In fact, it's probably not, because again, you got 100-watt USB-C ports all over this cabin. That's shared, by the way, so it's not every one of them will do 100 watts. It's 100-watt total for all of them, but if there's one device plugged in under a USB-C, that one device will get up to 100 watts of power. So now, but the one wireless charger there, because the Santa Fe you can get two. I just you spend a lot of money for this car. The fact that they only give you, let me shut this down for a little bit because it's hot. The fact that you only get one, like they could have made that another wireless charger, or you got more space. I think that was kind of a fail, or they could have did something there maybe. But yeah, I kind of just wish that they did, they put two. I appreciate the fingerprint scanner. A lot of people want to know what that is. I mean, it loads in your profile. You can actually also start the car with just a fingerprint if you have your phone with you too. It's kind of cool. Yeah, those are those USB-Cs right there that do the 100 watts. But the software is still the same Hyundai software that's in the newer cars. Nothing is really new here. It's all pretty much the same. I mean, it does support over-the-air updates, wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. Those mirrors are just kind of weird too. There's their angle, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I think this is actually our best car. I think that for an EV, for a 3-row EV, it's really, I'm gonna drive it for a little bit. It's really hard to beat this. So I know you can get the Rivian. Now the Rivian starts like 70, 80 grand. So it competes really well against the Rivian, like those base model dual motors. But once you get to, because they offer tri-motors and they offer different size battery packs as well too. So the range, I mean, this in this current configuration is 311 miles, which I don't think you need more than that really. But the Rivian, you can get up to 400 miles on a charge with the max pack. I think it's 429 miles. And the Tesla, I think is just, the Model X, I think is just old. It's got the Falcon Wing doors, but I don't really think that that's a plus. That's just my opinion. It's just an old car. The software is great on a Tesla, but again, it's just kind of old. They need to make some serious updates to it. But this car, I mean, the only real competitor is the EV9, the Kia EV9. So that, spec wise, it's not the same as this car in terms of like batteries and motor output. There are kind of some differences. Style wise, they're definitely totally different. That's more boxy, this is more curvy. But that's a great option too. But this car, I don't know how many Hyundai is expecting to sell the first model year, because again, at the end of the day, this is a $73,000 SUV. Somebody, the typical Hyundai buyer, from years ago, because again, Hyundai was known as like the value play. The typical Hyundai buyer, I don't know if this is targeted at them. I think this is targeted at a little bit more affluent buyer, a buyer with a little bit more dough. I'm not saying Hyundai owners are poor. That's not true, but it's $73,000 is $73,000. I don't think that you're gonna cross shop this too much between this and a Palisade. Although when that new Palisade comes out, depending on that price point of the calligraphy model and things like that, it might be worth cross shopping, especially with incentives, if they're still a thing on the EVs. It makes it a lot more compelling. Like right now, obviously this qualifies for the tax credit, so that's $7,500. Hyundai right now at launch is offering $5,000 off on certain programs of this car, which I think is really cool. So you're looking at already $12,500 off. So now, think about like that. So this car says 73 grand. It went from $61,000 without you having to do anything other than looking at one and making sure you qualify for the tax credits, and you do the financing to get the $5 grand, because you can't combine that with the special financing, just by the way. But who knows what sales will be like with this thing. But yeah, let me turn it back on. Yeah, so you go, this car all of a sudden becomes it's like 61,000 when you factor in the discounts, the incentives, and a Palisade calligraphy, even though this one isn't a calligraphy, but that one's like 55,000 for 2025. The 2026 is probably going to be more. It's probably going to crest 60,000, guys, especially with tariffs and whatnot. This car is built in the United States. If you're in America watching this, it's built in the United States. Palisade's still imported, so Palisade will be subject to tariffs. This car will not, just for the car itself. So that's, again, you go from, so now, the new Palisade, when that comes out, even a limited, it's still going to be $50,000+. So price point wise, when you factor in the incentives, it's not that big of a gap, and you get a lot of car. It's big enough, I think, for a family. It's comfortable enough. It's so quiet in here. You guys really need to drive one. And in performance wise, you're not going to miss an engine. This car, again, I haven't driven it on the street yet. But you're not going to miss having an engine in an electric car, especially with 311 miles of range, especially when it charges as fast as this thing does, especially it takes the Tesla network as well, too. It's got all the tech that you want in a car. It's comfortable. It's stylish. You're not going to miss a V6 by going with this car. That's it for me for right now. Again, initial just first impressions and just kind of a walkthrough on what the Ioniq 6 Limited brings to the table. I wish I had my kids in here. I think they would enjoy this car. Listen, my lease is up in about a year. Who knows what I'll do after that point. I got some ideas, but do I want to go to get a bigger SUV? It's possible. I don't know. But yeah, so again, thanks for watching this video. Thanks for making it through the end. Make sure, obviously like and subscribe if you found any value in this content. It really helps out the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.